Welcome to Fear Asylum.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. I was just trying to read the thing.
What thing?
I mean,
haunters?
we're a little
Or
past that now.
gravitals? Gravitals?
Because they're your favorites.
And welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Fear Asylum.
Fear Asylum.
And I'm joined with the rest of the crew. Reggie,
Good evening.
Wally,
What's up, Wally?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Joshua,
What's going on, guys?
and Tony, and welcome to this week's episode. And it's gonna be a really interesting one. This topic was introduced by Joshua, and it's about a book. It's called
All Tommorows.
All Tommorows by
That's made by Kösemen. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a Turkish last name. You gotta forgive me. But it was published in
Turkish.
Yeah, he's Turkish.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, but it was originally published in Thailand, so I don't know, which is right.
Which
I
is
read that and I
fucking
was like,
weird.
okay, odd,
Ain't
but
that where men go to hide from shit?
yeah, well,
Probably.
I mean, after seeing his drawings, like I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
would not be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised he did something.
Even from their manhood.
All jokes aside, though, great book. Really weird details. It basically all it does is shows humanity's ascent into space. They start colonizing the planets. They evolve in some ways to turn into the Starmen, and then eventually they encounter a really, really evil bastard of a race called the Ku. And basically after that, they all turn into different variations of different species. And basically the book just chronicles all of the events leading up to that evolution and beyond that, and showing how the different new species of human actually adapted to their environments and evolved after, being genetically messed up by the Q.
Cool.
And lots of, like I said earlier, lots of illustrations. Really, really, really good illustrations that really unnerve you, because it's basically just a bunch of humans being turned into different experiments.
Damn. I think we just missed the chance of fucking making some money off of this, because we could have been like, yo, if you want to read the book, and it's like, yo, click down.
Click this link down.
Like this link right here.
It's a really awesome book.
Yeah, it was a really fun read. I read it back a couple
So-
of years ago, so I was like, hey, you know what? I think these guys might enjoy it.
Goes to show how bad we suck at monetizing.
Yeah, we're all for that.
Right.
Really bad.
So before Joshua continues, so I was gonna say imagine the sky splits open, and they don't come with lasers, ships, or even war. It's worse. They come with the control. They don't just want to invade our world. They want to invade our bodies, our minds, rewire us, twist humans into something that's unrecognizable. Some of us become beasts, some slaves, and something worse.
Much worse.
So this is Independence Day review. This isn't the World of Worlds. It's something deeper.
It's where the worlds of humanity got, bodied.
It's kind of like a nightmare.
If the aliens weren't allergic to the common cold.
Well, parasite, something like that.
No, it was the common cold that killed them.
So tonight we're
World of
going to
Worlds?
talk about All Tomorrows, and this is not about if aliens exist, but what happens if they decide to play God with us.
After we tried to play God with other worlds.
Mm-hmm. Karmic.
I feel like it's not even a fair karma.
No,
It's,
I mean, honestly, we were just going around we were conquering. Well, in the context of the book, mind you, we're not going around conquering.
Empty planets. Though.
Empty planets, exactly.
And repurposing the atmosphere, to making it more adaptable to humans.
Yeah, we were
Or
colonizing the planets, all that kind of stuff. But there was no life on the planet. Right? No sentient life anyway.
No sentient life. They weren't wiping out entire species.
No.
Especially not intelligent species.
They were
Definitely
just
not.
basically
Colonizing.
colonizing, breeding, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how we got all those people. But that leads us into the main force that forced humanity to change, and that was the Ku. And we don't know how to pronounce it because it's literally just QU, so it's Q.
Oh, there's going to
Ku.
be so many names I mispronounced.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, basically the Q was an invading alien force that came to our solar system and the planets that we conquered. They saw what we were doing in this and just basically decided to take a huge dump on all that. And there's no real reason given other than the fact that they were just really, really malicious. Like, they enjoyed this. And when you see the illustration of the Q, you're going to be wondering, like, that wiped out humanity? Jesus.
But let's not skip ahead too far just yet. 'Cause
Sure.
it's interesting.
But when you mentioned that, it was like you kind of brought it back to what we first talked about like 2 episodes ago, like the Dark Forest theory, where the humans were making noise. Hello, somebody saw you.
Yeah, we were making a lot of noise on a lot of different planets, and I guess the coup picked up, and they showed us why the paradox exists.
In the Dark Force theory, isn't it like that humans are trying to get in touch with somebody though?
No. It's like
or just making too much noise in general.
no, like
Well,
they avoid making noise, so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this reason, this exact scenario is why we don't
Haven't
reach
we
out.
technically made noise?
Yes.
Send out signals.
Mhm.
So are we like products?
We
of
talked about it
provoking
a couple weeks
dark
ago.
force.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it before. You know, Stephen Hawking said that we shouldn't be reaching out because of that.
No, just to let you know, beware of the Q, because they're coming.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're gonna look like a fish looking
I
thing,
think Wally was saying something.
or with a long ass finger.
I think Gabe forgot his tinfoil hat again.
Yeah.
You want me to get my tinfoil?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I am not worried about that.
Wally, you were saying something.
Right. So like the first part in the book that fascinated me was the so they go to Mars, they adapt it to
Well, yeah, that's because that's the first. That's
that's
the closest planet.
that's
yeah.
the first one they colonize, yeah.
Mhm.
And they adapt it. They call them after a few generations, they don't even consider themselves part of Earth anymore. Like they become their own things. And something funny happens where even without the help of the Q or whatever they're pronounced,
Yeah, they evolved.
They start evolving, and their physical form starts changing in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't remember. I think there was another planet that they also went to. Like they built these huge machines, and this is how fucked humans work. Searching for other planets to colonize.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing that right now.
They started to develop feelings for these machines they were building, and fucking over their own human lives. And yeah, 100%.
I mean, this just sounds like a big old warning to Tesla right now, like not to do this. You know, colonizing the planet, making robo waifus. Maybe we should avoid that.
Oh, it's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry for any background noise, people. It's just
We live next to a
some
highway.
asshole on a bike.
Like
making
making loud noise.
loud noises out there for no reason.
That's just younger.
But you know that's bound to
Calm
happen.
down.
That's bound to happen. Like if you move to another planet, your body's is gonna evolve.
After a few generations, you're
Into
gonna
those
adapt to
conditions.
that environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when astronauts come back from extended
Periods of time.
durations in space, scientists actually look at their DNA and they show that it significantly changes.
Well, usually you lose height.
You lose height.
Like
lose,
the Kelly brothers.
Mhm.
One of them, I think, is the one that's in Arizona now. Mark Kelly or something. Twins, identical twins.
Mm-hmm.
When Homeboy went up there, he went to the ISS, and he stayed up, ISS. Make sure I got that right. And he stayed up there for about a year, and when he came back down, he was like 2 inches shorter than his identical twin brother when they were the same height before that.
Interesting. Because I do know, like, when you wake up in the morning,
You're taller.
you're taller because, like, your body stretches
stretched
out.
out,
Right, yeah. And then, but throughout the day, you start to lose.
Well, yeah, because as
Gravity.
you're standing,
you're getting crushed some
you're
more.
You're crunching down to the gravity level.
So that's interesting to me because I just thought it was just I knew about the Kelly brothers, I just didn't know that was an actual physical change to them. I just knew about the DNA change, and I thought, oh, okay, it's not really visible, but it's still remarkable that DNA changed just like that in the
Right.
span of. I mean, it was a year, sure, but just the fact that he was up there for a short period of time, relatively, not allowed him, but made his DNA change.
Yeah.
I think that's super fascinating, and if that's true, then that would explain, how these races came to be in the book
After a few generations.
after a few generations,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah,
And that I just wanted to throw that out there, like that part fascinated me because kind of scientifically accurate. This author got that.
I think so. Yeah.
Like he did his studying.
I would believe your tone changes too because you're in a isolated area. You're like you really don't get calcium like that. You don't get just what they give you to eat up there.
Oh,
like
I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, they give them
your whole body structure basically.
But they have every vitamin available with them when they go up there.
Yeah, I mean, for years, like they have a
they have a supply. It's all there for them.
But it's just it's the environment that changes them.
That's
not
what
the
I
lack of
meant. Like
nutrition.
the environment.
Right.
Like
'Cause
not
remember,
talking to people.
Although we have vitamins and stuff down here, we're also acute to our environment. But
I just found out the subject he's going to be talking about, like
vitamin
ringing
D.
up all the time from now on. You know, it's always Vlad the Impaler. It's going to be the Q from now on. You're going to bring up the Q every episode. I can
No,
tell.
that's fear. But damn, what's its name?
But you don't know anything about them.
All right.
Anyway,
so
No, but I
talk
get-
about
But I get what Gabe was
Gravital,
saying.
the gravital.
Gravitas.
The gravitals.
to the Q like
They even evil more than the Q.
All right, but we're skipping ahead.
Yeah,
let's
just
give
skipping
some
ahead.
more
Skipping way
backstory,
ahead, Gabe.
and then we
sorry,
can talk
I'm
about our
sorry.
favorite ones.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but I'm done with the intro. Basically, like a lead-in. But all those races changed significantly, and we were colonizing the planets, this and that. We were having a good old time, right?
But then there was a civil war.
There was a civil war, yes, between the
Because-
Martians and the humans.
They stopped, like the Martian humans decided, fuck Earth, we're not associating with you guys anymore. We're cutting all of our deals that we had.
So basically, like, we're gonna Boston Tea Party this shit.
Pretty much.
Basically,
That's
yeah.
how Gundam started.
Well, I was thinking more Confederacy this shit. Or maybe it was Boston Tea Party. I don't know. It was definitely a financial
Well, they
thing.
financial and they stopped providing like provisions and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
basically-
minerals.
Well, the minerals. They stopped
resources.
providing the
And
minerals.
food.
They were fucking over Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know who the bad guys were in that situation.
it was
but
both.
It caused a civil war amongst the humans on the different planets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the noise that
brought-
or the what happened after that civil war.
I think that's what led them to the coup to our solar
Right,
system in
'cause
the
then
context of the book.
After that, they created a new deal and divided everything equally amongst the different planets, and they became a new form of human.
order. Yeah, so like the Martians and the humans, well, they race mixed.
Right.
I don't know if I'm using the right term.
Well, yeah.
It sounds
but
kind of crazy, but
They
they mixed.
Yeah, they
because like the Martians were different
They,
people as a whole.
They breeded.
Yeah, they breeded. And the humans were different fundamentally. So they mixed together, and then we have this new race called the Star People.
the Starmen.
The Starmen. They self-christened themselves that. They called themselves the Starmen. I think it was a little bit of hubris because they were like, oh, we're great, we're glorious, we're awesome. And for a while, things were pretty good for
Things
them.
were going awesome. For
Things
them.
were
They
great.
They were rocking shit.
Like,
up in space.
Basically, everybody was happy. They were colonizing
the
new
greatest
planets.
minds were working together.
Everybody was in harmony, unity, and they were so excited to be able to reach out and go past the solar system eventually.
Even in the weirdest of ways, like I mentioned before, one of these groups fell in love with the machines that they created for the trail.
Well, that's
all
that's
about
humans
their
right now
wives.
too.
Forgot all about their wives and their female
mean-
counterpart.
I mean, how many movies has there been where a guy decides to fall in love with a robot?
Man,
There's a lot.
I mean, there's a couple recent ones
There's
too.
a lot. Deus Ex Machina.
Megan
Her-
Fox is one of them.
What?
Megan Fox became a machine in one of them. Netflix.
Yeah, but the dude
No,
didn't fall in
no,
love
no,
with her.
no.
Oh yeah, he did.
You gotta say the character name. It's a movie.
Oh,
Right.
don't know the
Well, played by Megan Fox.
Z5421.
Whatever, dude.
I
Anyway,
just made up a name. By the way.
The guy didn't fall in love with her, but he definitely had a boner for her. It's a bit of difference.
Yeah, he boned her for real. Yeah, he had a bone.
Well, in the movie they did have
Cheated on his
sex.
poor wife that had cancer. Like fucking asshole.
Look who's talking, but we're not going into that.
Metropolis is another one that comes.
Yeah.
Metropolis is another one that comes to mind.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a lot.
I mean,
of them.
there's a few dudes that in movies did that.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Blade Runner. Well,
Total
No,
Recall.
definitely Blade
hold on,
Runner.
hold on.
Total Recall.
Because how do you explain? He can't because he's not human.
Who?
Deckard.
Harrison Ford's character?
Yeah, he's not human.
Pretty sure he was human. I don't know, man.
You know the unicorn dreams? That was a sign. those dreams were implanted.
Super Soldier.
He wasn't a machine though.
He was. He was a. Honestly, though, I'm not a fan of that. That's what the director wanted, but I'm not. I don't like that theory either.
Yeah, I don't.
Did
I'm
you
just
guys
using it
see
as a
Super
technicality.
Soldier?
I don't remember that movie. It was trash.
In Super Soldier, the girl falls in with Van Damme, who is a cyborg.
Well, he's still a human though, because he's a cyborg.
No, you're basically half machine, half human. So
Half machine, half human.
yeah, you're still a machine.
He's talking about 100% machines.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's-
robots.
100% humans falling for 100% machines. That's what we're talking about.
We're not talking about how Lewis had a crush on Murphy. RoboCop.
RoboCop. I'll buy that for $1.
Still a machine. Still a machine.
No, she met him as a human, and she had a crush on him. And then she still had a crush on him when he was RoboCop
He's still a machine.
with a human brain.
I guess.
That's what. No,
but that's
that-
computerized.
Did you watch this movie?
It's enhanced computers.
It's not enhanced.
You no longer
His brain
human.
is the thing that kept
somebody
him
could
human.
control you. If I wanted to, I could hack the freaking brain.
What the fuck? Did you even watch the movies?
Yes, but his
Because
brain is hackable.
His
No,
brain wouldn't accept that. That made him human. He was still Murphy.
Yeah, you remember he didn't go along with what the people wanted him to do.
Dumbass.
Yeah, it's because Murphy was still inside of him in some capacity. He was still human.
He had his family memories. He had his
Memories, still had thoughts about. He still had feelings.
Once you had that, when you still have your brain alive,
Yeah.
you pretty much you could make a choice.
The
of
machine
what
was
to do.
basically working as a heart, pumping the fucking blood to the brain.
Yeah, the brain is still human. That's you. That's your core. That's your identity.
Well-
Everything else is like
With what was left with the blood in him, because goddamn, he got shot like 473
got destroyed,
times.
dude.
Well, anyway, so
I
back
mean,
to the book.
every time I watch that '70s show, dude, I can't look at Red the same anymore, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what he fucking did. It's no surprise Eric is so scared of him.
But also, before we continue with the book, I know that some people might say, "Hey, if you're a DBC fan, under 18 started as a human, so same shit as RoboCop with Krillin."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to ban DBZ talk because you guys are
Yeah,
bringing
it's
it
been
up
3
every
episodes.
fucking week.
Yeah, we give Gabe shit for bringing it up.
All right,
No,
so
but
let's keep going with the,
Blame
with the
me
book.
for what?
no, we say we give you shit for bringing up things that aren't related, but me and him bring up Dragon Ball Z like almost every episode. So we're gonna give you a little bit of credit.
All right, so let's keep going with the book.
I mean,
So-
Krillin's the man. He really got
Hey,
Yeah,
we're moving on to
18.
Dragon Ball Z,
So Mars
but I do agree with you.
and everything was going great.
Starman.
The Star, man, everything was great.
Man,
Peaceful
everything's going
times.
great.
People are fucking their robot wives. Everyone's happy.
That kind of sounds like a good. That sounds like a good intro for a porn.
Well, I'm pretty sure the human women were falling in love with machines too.
They were.
Can I do
Everybody
the,
was
the
just-
60 things to the point?
Yeah, okay.
Don't do that.
So that's when the
But for people interested in this book, that chapter that we're talking about, this is the name of it: Colonization and the Mechanical Otopi. Yeah, that was a
Otopi.
weird. That was a weird part of their travels. But yeah,
I mean, if you ever read
they got past that, and then we entered the summer of man, and that's what we're talking about—the good fucking times.
the good fucking times, everyone's happy, everyone's peaceful. The greatest minds in the world on the planets are working together. Things are great. Manufacturing is through the roof. Productivity is through the roof. People are making new inventions. Everything is great. But
But then there was the early warnings.
there was the early warnings.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, they were making too much noise, and they ignored the early warning.
The signals were coming through. They were picking up things on the radar that shouldn't have been there, right?
Right.
And then eventually, the coup arrived. Now,
To describe them. Yeah.
we gotta describe it. Now, the coup are really, really goofy looking aliens. They are literally like little worms.
Yeah. Fuck you, Tony.
They're literally little worms with like wings,
I don't look goofy.
and the way they hold their weapons is the funniest thing. They hold their little laser guns with their tail,
With like the tentacle thing.
with a little tentacle.
You know, when I
thing,
saw
yeah.
that, I thought about that video game. Fuck, what was the name of that video game? Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim. I
Yeah,
love that fucking
Oh,
I
dude,
love
I
that
fucking
game.
love that
love
game.
that fucking.
So
Can we
goofy.
just take that out of from the queue?
What?
Don't
No,
mess with
he's talking about the way they look. They kind of look like worms.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah,
worms.
that's true.
So, Earthworm
well,
Jim.
Earthworm Jim was a
Yeah.
worm.
Earthworm Jim was a worm, yes. He didn't have
It's in the
wings, and he had arms. Well, no, he didn't physically have arms. The suit gave him arms. He just controlled it. He was
Yeah.
he was a worm.
Yeah,
He was an actual worm.
with the brain.
That's what he's talking about.
Well, I mean, if you know
Kind
Earthworm
of.
Jim, he didn't really have much of a brain. He was just kind of
He was
It's
kind of
an
dumb.
earthworm.
He
Kinda
was
going
kinda
with the
dumb.
flow.
He was kind of dumb.
yeah, he was kind of stupid, but that was the charm of it. The
Yeah,
cartoon was
so-
really funny too. But yeah, the coup. For as goofy as they look, they committed some of the most horrific acts upon humans that you would have ever seen. So the coup arrived for no particular reason. They never really gave their reasons as to why they were here or what they wanted.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just showing the image around to everybody remind
Just
what
to
they
really,
look
yeah,
like.
look at his little laser gun.
The little and their tentacles like on their bottom, like yeah.
Also, those little worms from Men
So
in
they
Black.
got like these two eyes that are fucking just separated, like their face is like a shape of a T,
Yeah, it looks like a
and the eyes are on each end of the fucking cross part of the T.
kind of looks like
And the rest of their body looks like wings.
It kinda
Or
looks like that would
fly
be-
wings.
it looks
like
like that
four
would be-
wings, kind of like,
Like,
a
yeah.
like dragonfly, I would say. Like
Also-
a dragonfly.
I like how in that image it has the Vitruvian Man being dominated by the coup.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you want, I mean, it's so on the nose.
I mean, that's it. That is what it is.
Like I
That's
said,
so on the nose.
that reminded me
Yeah.
of the worms in Men in Black too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Oh
was gonna say.
yeah.
I was
I
gonna
thought
The
say.
homeboys that were always drinking
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah.
I thought those were cockroaches.
No.
Okay.
No.
Those were worms?
No, cockroach was the motherfucker that was the bad guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're
If anything,
right.
that's the equivalent to what the coup is. Just complete
Yes.
assholes.
Yeah.
Because
So-
they were little assholes. They
Yeah.
probably got the. He got that idea from them.
I wouldn't be surprised because
The
like
worms were actually friggin' cool in Men in Black.
When you really think about it, they weren't that cool.
I mean they were just kind of there.
Yeah.
They were harmless.
They were funny,
Wanga!
and they definitely racial stereotype something.
I mean, yeah. The one I thought about is like, oh, it's the Europeans you see on around the street like making a bunch of noise.
Like the Eastern Europeans.
The Eastern Europeans you'd see like talking to each other.
Probably.
That's the closest thing.
Anyway.
I was
Back to
thinking
the
of the
book.
Italians.
Italians,
Sir,
dude.
do
They
not
make
try
a lot
that.
of
Yeah.
noise.
Back to the book. So they arrive,
War.
right?
Right, the coup arrived,
Cool,
and
right.
for as funny looking as they are, they're a complete bastard race. So they showed up. They didn't really give any sort of demands or anything like that. They just wanted to conquer our species, humanity as a whole. The
And
Starmen.
And
Like,
they're-
not even the world, right? Not even the world.
No.
Just the humans.
Just humans. They just wanted to conquer the humans.
They wanted to embarrass, insult, and disgrace.
Hey, wait, you're jumping ahead.
You jump in.
Sorry.
Jumping ahead. But it's cool. So basically, the humans fought a long-fought war with these coup, and it just didn't go anywhere. The coup absolutely dominated every single planet that the Starmen had colonized.
And the reason why is their civilization has been around for billions upon billions of
Billions
years.
of years.
And they're the most advanced race in the entire universe.
At that point in time, they were the most advanced race, so better technology, better movement around the stars, all
There
that
was
kind
no
of stuff.
match for them.
They were no match. We were basically throwing rocks at them. We couldn't do anything to them.
Exactly. It's like modern man going against the Neanderthal.
Yeah, it just wasn't gonna work. I mean, if the Neanderthal,
Ah, man.
I mean, fist-to-fist combat might be something.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
like on
Well,
that,
we're talking technology here.
Yeah,
we're not talking
okay,
fist-to-fist
technology.
combat.
like, dude,
alright.
facing off against the Neanderthal, it'd be like that scene in Transformers.
One
The
Apache
Megatron.
helicopter's taking out an entire nation of
You're saying
Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
Yeah, but
You're
one
taking
of
out a whole
one of
tribe.
them
at
wanted
that
out and
point.
think gays making that up, making that out alive.
Nah, but in the Neanderthal, I'm dead serious. If they get, like, they would fuck you up. I'm sorry. All of us.
One
at
on one.
One-on-one,
and comeback,
absolutely.
One
yeah.
on one. Hell no. All
No,
of us.
When we're talking about like,
Maybe just you.
Our equivalent.
They didn't have the
is
strength
like-
of a gorilla. No, they were Homo sapien.
they were taller than most humans. They were taller than most Homo sapiens. At the
Well,
time.
at the time of their
Yeah.
time period.
They were taller and stronger
But
physically.
their average height was nowhere near ours.
No,
well,
definitely
maybe
not.
Gabe's, but not ours.
No, but essentially with the Neanderthals, I'm getting off topic, but Neanderthals were stupid.
Super stupid.
They were really stupid. They could not fathom the concept of like societies.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
Don't insult a Neanderthal. We're not stupid. No, I'm kidding.
Well, they would've-
You're
one-
not the
one-
best example for that, man.
One of them will fuck
I
you
was
up.
gonna say
bro.
that might be the most honest Gabe ever was.
Yeah. One of them will fuck you up, Gabe. If we want wants to laugh, one of them will fuck
Would
you
you
up.
like to challenge that theory? Because I'm in that.
But they were physically strong.
Australians are actually the closest.
They were only,
to
what,
a
No,
Neanderthal.
no.
You're just trying to piss
No,
off
we're,
every
we're,
country.
we're changing the subject back to the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop trying to piss off every country. But
Uh,
If we have any Australian listeners, that would be amazing.
Oh, dude, they would tear him to shreds in the
Ashley.
comments. But yeah, so the coup came.
Can you move that blinding light, please?
Oh my goodness, you are such sissies.
Who's a sissy? I'm not the one complaining.
No, Gabe is.
There you go.
Right.
Is that better?
Thank you.
All right.
It was like fucking in my eye. Sorry.
Okay, so the coup, they conquered they conquered the Starmen eventually, right? All the planets that we conquered were now officially underneath coup control, and that's not the least of the horrors. The real horror is once they actually got what they wanted, which is the domination. Then they started their little experiments on humanity, which is the only thing I could really explain it as, is they were just trying to see how far they could push human genetics, because there was no reason for them to do what they did. So basically, they
Kind
turned
of like the Nazis.
Kind of.
Oh, really?
100%.
You just told me to stop.
I'm comparing something. You were
That's
about...
race. That's the same thing as a race.
No, sir. We're all Homo sapiens. It's the same race.
I didn't know not being a Nazi was a race. I thought Nazi was
I
like
was
a
just
party.
told not to.
No, but Gabe.
It's still a species.
And the writer was clearly making these guys, not even them, the worst of it. We'll get to it later, who is even more like that. But yeah, the writer is clearly making that comparison. But maybe even, I would say, not just... I would say the coup is probably more accurate to be compared to like the British Empire, their colonizations.
That's actually
True story.
That,
But
that
this,
makes
the
more
experiment...
sense.
The
I
British
think- I
Tea
think-
Company even
I think he
specifically.
mixed them with
Yeah.
the experiments that the Nazis did.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the experimentations, yes.
Like, it's a mashup.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, worse.
That's true.
The only possible thing I could probably explain as to why they did it is probably for resources, but they didn't need it either.
Right.
They
It
didn't.
was
need
just for fun and giggles.
It was for fun and giggles. That's all they did. But what they did to humanity was
And it was a
basically-
punishment.
It was a punishment. Oh, not all of them were punishment. Some of the planets
Well, I
that
think it was all punishment.
there was all punishment.
But some of them got more than
Oh,
others.
some of them got it so bad, dude.
You want to go through the different types?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
let's go through different
Oh,
types.
Oh,
Jesus.
absolutely.
This is
dude. I was
fun.
waiting for this, man.
Types.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I guess, Joshua, you go
When
first.
can we get
So-
to finger?
No.
I think I should start with
We're
my,
starting with number one, or you can start with your favorite.
Yeah, my favorite one, hands down, was the race that the coup made. As an example. So this particular race of people,
Are you
they're-
talking about gays' race when they fly out of their asshole?
no, we'll get to
Well,
that
no,
one.
but those guys were actually lucky enough to avoid the coups.
Yeah,
punishment.
they were smart.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, you know what? Let's just hide.
Oh, yeah, you told me. You told
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
No, but my personal favorite one are the colonials. Now, the colonials are a race of humans, and they were the ones that gave the hardest fought battle to the coup. Like, no matter what they did, they would not give up the position. The hardest fought battle. All the other planets fell before this one did. So what did the coup do? They turned all the people on that planet, just to make an example out of them, into human sewage disposal systems. And when I mean the human sewage disposal systems, I mean they turned their entire physiology to be designed
Versus the dead?
to take in sewage
That
waste.
That book is called the Necronomicon.
Okay. They literally
Gabe-
look like the Necronomicon.
Gabe, hold on.
They look like the
Nobody's
Necronomicon.
seeing that because it's an audio
It's a picture,
podcast.
but we will describe it for you.
All right.
But
Keep going,
Which
Josh.
I wanted to get to.
Wait, hold on. Let Josh
let me
finish.
just finish this. So they turned into basically sewage disposal systems. So basically, they take in raw sewage, they use that as sustenance, and they created a system where they're stacked on top of each other. Now, Gabe, sorry, you remind me a lot of them.
I'm sorry.
But Gabe showed an image, and we will be posting the image later.
Right.
But the image,
Yeah, this is definitely one of the images.
this is definitely
up.
going on there.
Yeah.
But basically, they turned all these people into like square, like rectangular shapes, right? So it's just a block of flesh stacked on top of each other, and those individual pieces were originally humans, right? So all they do is take in all the sewage of the planet and decompose that. That's their sustenance. That's how they get their food. That's how they live.
Can I give the description of how the
Absolutely.
quote the author?
I think you could do it the best.
So they were made into disembodied cultures of skin and muscle, connected by a skimpy network of the most basic nerves. They were employed as living filtering devices. subsisting on the waste products of the Ku civilization, like mats of cancer cells. And just to witness and suffer their wretched fate, their eyes together with their consciousness were retained. Now, they left one eye facing up, or was no.
No, they left one eye facing up. That way they could see.
Like, one eye facing up and one eye facing forward, and it's just they look like books.
They look like book. So Gabe's description of it was pretty accurate.
A skin book. They
It's
do
a
look
skin
like
book.
a skin book.
Yeah.
All right, so
Combined all together.
it was basically like
The way the author could put it was the best. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I wanted to put it how he put
So-
it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it justice.
so it's like
Like, yeah.
Hellraiser meets a fucking college chick.
What the? I don't know if that's.
Well, the
her
college
or-
chick would be like, and they got along, and she's like, so Pinhead, totally, like, let's punish them like this. Did you ever see Army of Darkness, man?
She'll be all. I could see Pinhead being like, "Shing."
I wasn't going with that. I was going to go like, well, you know, the way they turn him into that. That's very Hellraiser wise.
Oh,
Yes,
that is true.
absolutely.
That is a good example.
And leaving the consciousness intact is the cherry on
Yes.
top because they knew exactly what they were doing to
The
those people.
evilness.
And when I said the
One or
the
two.
voice is supposed just college chick.
He's right though. There's one where
fucking cum dump
where
some
Hellraiser, the spikes come out of nowhere and stretches the person's face like, and you just see the eye almost like turning. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Hellraiser shit in this
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
There's a lot of Hellraiser shit.
That's why that was a great example.
I think that was my.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's my
was a great
personal
example.
favorite
Yeah.
one.
That would.
All right, so who's
Fist bump for that.
Who wants to talk about one of their favorites?
so
Gabe,
you
you want to talk?
no,
Oh,
go
no,
ahead.
no, I wasn't gonna. Be
No,
on
no,
my
because
list.
I think mine.
Gabe
is
doesn't even know what
jumping.
his original favorite is.
Yeah, mine.
Shit. What was I wasn't at mine. I don't know what page it's on right away, but because I wanna get a really good description. Well, I'll
The
say
finger fishers.
No,
Oh, but you know
we're
what?
not- We're not talking about porn, Gabe, right?
No, it's right there. The finger fishers.
The finger fishers.
But I know why you picked that, bro.
okay.
I know. Yes, I did.
But you know what? Before that, how about we finish up the history of the book, and then we
Yes,
can talk about our
yes,
favorite
yes,
ones.
yes. All right.
Good
Okay.
idea?
All right,
Sorry
all right,
about-
all right.
The helicopters in the background.
But basically, so all these species came to be. All these species came to be, and eventually, out of nowhere, out of the blue, you know, the Ku's got this galaxy in the palm of their hand. They can do whatever they want. They're fucking around with the humans. They just leave. They just leave the galaxy.
Just like my dad. He just left.
Yeah, they fuck you up and then they leave, right? That's how it
Yeah.
is, man. Like an abusive father. But
We always said that the truth.
yeah, I gotta chill with that, don't I? I use that a lot. Ooh, I don't know.
Never mind. All right, let's
Freud's
go. Let's go.
Freud's spinning in his grave
We're
right now.
all Austin Powers over here with daddy issues.
Except for me, I don't have daddy issues.
Daddy didn't care. Love that movie.
Yeah.
But
And the last
Yeah,
Austin Powers, he didn't have
All right,
daddy
you
issues.
let her finish. You let her finish.
okay, never mind.
No, they settled it.
Easy.
For fuck's
Even
sake.
Dr. Evil.
Yo, for fuck's sake, stop.
This is a FFS absolutely moment here.
All right, Josh, continue,
Sorry.
please.
So, the Ku leave the planet, and they just leave the different variations of human species they've created to their own devices. Now, a lot of the species end up naturally dying because, you know, they're fucked up beyond
They
all
were so
recognition.
fucked up.
They were
There was
so
no way they were
fucked up.
surviving
Yeah,
without
no.
their masters.
They could not survive on their own. Like, a lot of them that were more beast-like ended up dying almost immediately because they're
Which
beasts.
was one of my favorites. A couple of my favorites.
A
were
lot
on
of them
that
were really
list.
cool, the beast ones. For context,
Like
a
the
lot
Bone
of
Crushers.
the Bone Crushers were good. Those are the big mammoth
They
ones,
died
right?
automatically.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
They died automatically.
Yeah, they died automatically. But basically, you know, these species started, if they didn't die on the spot, they evolved into other species, more advanced versions of themselves. For example, with the Bone Crushers that Wally was talking about, they actually were able to evolve to reach a level of higher intelligence, but due to the other species evolving at the same rate, some of these species became more aggressive, following sort of the tactics of the Ku, and invading these other planets and conquering or outright killing these species, which is what happened to the Bone Crushers. They eventually got invaded themselves by another species of deformed man, and was, exterminated. But some species actually formed a symbiotic relationship, specifically with the parasites and the symbiotes. I mean, it's pretty
Well, they
self-explanatory.
eventually their next generation turned into symbiotes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
which was pretty cool. But,
that was the coolest part about it, because they were like, hey, you know what? Let's live with them. So
Are you
basically,
talking about Venom?
it could have been.
don't get Gabe started
Yeah,
on that shit
All right,
again.
let's go. Let's go.
But for context, there was two races on the planet, the parasites and I forget the name, but basically they rode on these people. The parasites rode on these people and basically directed them what to do, how to do things, all that kind of the stuff a parasite would do. But eventually they formed symbiotic relationships with their host species to the point where they became integral to their way of life. As a matter of fact, these people, these hosts, basically became like their go-to way of
These were
transportation.
one of my favorite stories on this shit too.
That was the most interesting one, because you see how
But they eventually became partners. Where the parasites who had the intelligent human features gave them sight, sound, the ability to think for themselves.
Again, Venom.
yeah.
But the people that Venom attached himself to already had those qualities. But and then the or whatever, the mindless motherfucking bodies that they attached themselves to.
Yeah, they got to reproduce.
Gave the parasites the benefits of legs, arms,
movement, the actual ability
the
to
ability to defend themselves.
exactly the ability to interact with their outside.
So they're
world,
like,
their
hey,
environment.
let's make a well. To be fair, the parasites went.
I don't think they went.
Let's make a deal with these guys.
Yeah, you know what?
I think they just fucking let's just take over this.
Yeah, the parasites are basically like, hey, you know what? Let's be nice to them. They've been good to us. Why even bother being mean to them? Because originally they actually used to suck the nutrients out of them like a parasite would.
Right.
But then they were like, hey, you know what? We don't have to do that. We can work together with our hosts. That way, it's better for all of us, which is true.
And the hosts eventually started finding other things for the parasites to suck on too. Like,
They found food for them. They found different resources for them to not exploit, but to use. And eventually, that's how that symbiotic relationship came to be. So it doesn't necessarily, each race, each lineage doesn't necessarily end in tragedy where they're completely wiped out after being systematically messed up. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
We'll get to.
But my point was I wanted to show
this
that
author just loved fucking people up.
Oh yeah, he just enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. But basically on this scale.
By that I mean the reader. I mean he enjoyed fucking the fictional people up, but also the reader.
I mean he did.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, yeah. A lot of the times I was mesmerized by the art he made of them, and a lot of the art.
The art is amazing, actually.
Great, and it's really good how much detail he puts into it, and it's got this nice. It looks like something you'd find in an old ancient textbook.
Yeah.
And it's similar to Monty Python. To anybody that's familiar with Monty Python movies.
Yes,
The
I know
art
exactly
in
what
those
you.
movies,
I know
it's
exactly
very
what you
similar
mean.
to that too.
Holy Grail, the giant foot, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the art is amazing.
Art is amazing.
If anything, read the book for the art. You'll love the illustrations. Yep, that's them right there. Parasites.
Cool.
The parasites and the hosts.
Right, so I think you're next, Wally. With we're saying about.
Oh well, with the ones that I wouldn't say they were my favorite, but it was probably the one that made me laugh.
Wait, why didn't I get to say my favorite?
You can say it afterwards.
Well, because we gave you a fucking solid chance and you flopped on it.
Yeah. So Wally's next.
So now you can wait.
Yes.
Find out.
And you're still looking for it, dude. So you're.
So I gotta say, it's a fucked up one. That the Q really fucked them up, or crew, or whatever, fucked them up bad. They stuck them on a planet with 100 times the gravity of Earth. What you gotta understand? Just picture. So Earth happens to have this perfect amount of gravity for us, where we just get to walk around, and some people get to enjoy super athletic ability where they have a 6-foot vertical leap and shit. But,
we can walk around, hold our heads
right,
high. You know, it
we
allowed
could
us.
jump. We could go in mosh pits and jump around.
Yeah,
we
it
could
allowed us to enjoy.
do
brain
ollies on
development.
skateboards, wheelies on bikes.
Now, what about
You
these
get
guys?
the general idea.
Right.
Now picture 100 times the force of gravity. You're
They'll
not
get
doing none of that shit.
I would imagine they'd get smushed.
Your body's stuck to the ground. You're getting smushed.
Unless you're a really strong human.
Sure. Don't bring up DBZ.
Maybe a Saiyan.
Oh my god. I fucking knew it.
Hey man, I'd like to train in a not hyperbolic time chamber, but those that gravity chamber.
Yeah.
So the Q and their infinite dark sense of humor, decided to take some of these humans and drop them on a planet with 100 times the gravity pull, and they're forced to the ground. There's nothing they can do. They eventually turn into these creatures that are flat to the ground, and basically their appendages, two of their legs just become like these short little flippers, and one of their arms becomes like this short little flipper, and one arm just becomes like this long elongated thing to dig themselves to move around with, and catch their food, which basically is all close to the fucking ground because there's nothing they can do about it.
I mean, it's 100 times fucking gravity. What are they gonna do, dude?
You know, like I know it's a book, but like
and their head is always sideways, just picture like that. So your one eye is just always looking at the fucking ground.
so
Your other eye is
they're
always
basically
looking at
the
the sky.
fucking rays,
Baseball.
the double rays.
Oh, you know what they were? They were like that fucking flatfish. What do they call them? The groupers? No, not groupers. That's a blank slot.
Yes, that's
yep,
the
that's them right
lopsiders
there.
gate, yes.
Lopsiders, yeah.
But I know it's a book, but let's be real. Somebody drops a human in that, like, we're dead.
Oh yeah, no, we're getting smashed immediately. I mean, 100 times Earth's gravity.
Well, unless you have a force as powerful as the...
Just saying.
Well, okay. I was going to go with the Q that manipulated it so you wouldn't die, but that they gave you this body type that would be able to survive it and just fucking sit back and laugh and enjoy the fucking life that you have to live.
Wouldn't that just be fucking freestyle at that point?
It pretty much would be.
All right, I'm definitely making a DPC man.
It's 4 times now, dude.
I'm just want to say that because I'm a fucking...
You think those races actually exist in Dragon Ball Z, though?
I have to go with the way the author described them too, as how the Q
Or Vegeta.
That was pretty fucking funny. The results of these experiments resembled nightmare sketchings of Bosch, Dali, or Picasso. And this is, if you know who those are, just picture their fucking nightmare paintings, and that's what these guys.
Picasso.
It's definitely
Oh,
Picasso.
Picasso is definitely,
Picasso right there.
But if you know Dali's painting, absolutely, definitely Dali also. I'm not too familiar with Bosch.
I think the most famous ones are Picasso when it comes to that kind of a specific
That
thing.
fucking weird, freakish.
The abstract kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe these guys. Abstract.
It's just such a fucked up, like,
it's a fucked up
the
thing
Q
to do.
is so fucked up.
I would consider that more
The creativity. Well, I mean, the authors. It's really the
It's
authors.
the author, but these
Bosch used less color.
What?
Listen, Bosch used less color. Okay.
And Picasso used more color.
But we weren't talking about Bosch.
I'm talking about
How about Salvador Dali? What did he use? Okay.
it was
So yeah, the Q's imagination
bright
in the ways they wanted to torture the humans in these different specific ways is.
Keep in mind, they had no reason to do this. They just wanted to fuck with us.
One too? Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger?
Nightmares, you know, when I think it was part 4 when they killed him in like really funny ways.
yes.
Right, which leads me to this, where I know I already did my turn, but the sense of fucking psychotic sense of humor on the Q is what. Let me put these motherfuckers in this 100 times gravity of this pole. Okay, now I'm gonna put these motherfuckers on a planet, but it's 100 times gravity in the exact opposite pole.
Keep in mind, these guys didn't piss him off either.
Because when you think about it, when you read the book,
No,
it's like
they didn't piss him off.
Gabe.
They were just there.
Okay, give me one minute. You're next. When you think about it, when you read this book, it's basically fucking nightmares.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, it's depressing nightmare. Honestly,
So I was like,
it's a depressing fucking nightmare.
No, when you say like the sense of humor that the author had, I was like, oh, fucking Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger would do that to somebody. I'm not gonna lie. I think he would.
One reason it is a depressing fucking nightmare is because I could picture humans actually doing some dumb shit like this.
I could. I could definitely imagine like a 12-year-old
Wait.
like, what happens if you squeeze?
I'm confused.
Listen, when I was a
Are
kid,
you calling Freddy Krueger human?
He used to be a human.
I thought he was the Dream Master.
what did he used
He
to be
started
before he
as,
became a
he
Dream
started
Master?
as a human.
Off topic.
Intrinsically, he's still human.
Kind of close to topic.
All right, Gabe, what's your favorite part of the book?
That's what we had to get to. Yes. We're on a
You've
schedule
been ready.
here.
You should have
Exactly.
been ready.
You were so
Flopped
excited.
it twice in a row. Flopped it twice in a row.
No,
You were
don't
so
let me flop it. Hold on, let me get to
You were so excited to talk about it, dude.
I am, but it keeps on going. Oh, why does it go to the front page?
So let's
Okay.
get
He's
back
looking
to
at Wiki-
let
he's
me
looking
get
at
back to talking
Wikipedia.
about the
It is
Striders.
the gravity.
The Gravitals?
The gravitals, thank you.
The Gravita.
The gravita.
So you're skipping first generation and jumping into next generation. Okay.
Oh, yes, I am.
All right. Well, can we talk about where they started before we go to that? I
Because the
mean,
Guess
Gravitals.
not.
Because the
think you gotta
Gravitals.
help- I think
How
you gotta
about
help him
again,
on
well, I mean, Josh and I, we can.
I'm
we
really
can
trying to
actually-
read where it said it started from, but it doesn't
All right.
say that.
Well,
in the
well,
beginning.
I'll get you there
Yeah,
right now.
we'll get you- yeah,
they
we'll get you
started
there.
as the Ruin Haunters.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that is true. It said it.
And the Ruin Haunters were a breed of human that I don't know. Did the Q create them?
The
'Cause
cool,
they kind of like hid out
they just kind of hit
and
out.
avoided everybody.
Yeah, they just kind of hid in like ruins of different spaceships,
Right.
different craters, different planets that hadn't been
They were
colonized.
like always hiding on the
Yeah,
ground.
always
in
hiding.
ruins and temples.
Which is why they're called ruin haunters.
And they were the most advanced out of the
out of the species.
out of the species that the Q fucked up. Mm-hmm. They were originally the most advanced. Like they kept somehow they were able to keep their intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, because they were hiding out, they still had remnants of the Starman technology that they could still use.
Right.
You know, so all they basically did was hide out in these different temples, these different ruins, not only in the planets but in space, where they lived in like these ruins of spaceships. They still had technology. All they did was just keep very, very quiet.
Hey, Gabe, you're
Just
chipping in
hiding.
this?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But I'm
But
also
we're
trying
about to
catch
enter
up.
where
Right.
all right. So the
I
Q
was also
leaves.
trying to catch up.
One
I'm
thing we
sorry.
want to mention is that the Q leaves.
The Q does
Eventually, they leave all these planets alone and leave them to themselves. They're fucking demented toys that they created.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
stopped playing God at that
Right.
point.
I guess they just got
they
bored.
were moving on to the next galaxy to fuck up a whole other.
Yeah, fuck
group
up a
of
whole different
fucking
species.
So they eventually the species that managed to survive after the Q leave evolved into a next species. And the one that the Ruin Haunters evolved to are the Gravita. Mm-hmm. Take it from there, Gabe.
And the Gravita left their human bodies to become.
Well, you're jumping to the machines. I thought
Well-
you wanted the Gravita. Is it the Gravita that turns into machines?
Yes.
Yeah, the Gravitals are the ones that
They
turn.
turn into machines.
Yeah.
And they decide, actually, to say, fuck you all too.
Well, they stay hidden.
They stay hidden, but they became more evil than the.
But what was their one distorted belief beyond that no other species had, or not species? They was all like remnants of human.
It was
descendants of human.
They were descendants, but at this point in time, they were.
I guess there were different species
At this point, they're anything but human.
Yeah. Well, the one.
Okay.
All right, so I'll jump into
they were
it.
there
Yeah,
for us.
So the thing that they had
I'm
this
sorry
belief
for the
that
blog pause, but I couldn't
they-
see it.
they're the ones that believe that they are the only true descendants of
Right.
original man, the Starman, the Martian man, and the Earthman.
They believe themselves to be
They
the
are
inheritors.
they're the only ones that are the true inheritors of
Right.
this species.
and what they do
in their
afterwards.
minds.
What they do afterwards.
Well,
to the
we
other
didn't get
species.
there. We didn't get
Right,
there.
right,
Well,
right.
we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, we better get there in 10 minutes.
Well, we might as well since we're on them. And
Yeah.
you didn't get to tell your favorite yet.
Yeah.
No,
as a matter of
like,
fact.
just 10
You're
minutes,
pretty
dude.
quiet, as a matter of fact. Say so.
I've been trying to tell my jokes, but
I know. You gotta babysit.
that's my job tonight.
All right, Gabe. So, what do you want to tell us about the Gravita that you love so much? All right.
Okay.
How many times? That's
Tony, what is your favorite?
times.
That's 3 fucking times.
I like them. It's why I read what they're fucking evil.
Right. So tell us why they're evil.
Quantum computers where they divided and the transformation became absolute. The Ruin Hunters replaced by the complete mechanism gravity.
You ripped out wholesale, but that's fine.
Right. Cool.
No, but what they did was, you see what that says, neurotic? Like they go inside your brain and make you
Total
literally
Recall?
kill each other.
No,
Total Recall?
That's not.
No?
That's not what they
that's
do.
not what they do. Yeah, I read it. I read the whole book.
It's a neurotic
Neurotic what?
inheritance.
Never mind. Tony, what was your favorite?
I didn't have a favorite. That shit was depressing as shit.
Which one is the one that stood out to you the most?
Man, none of them actually, dude.
None of them. You didn't really find.
I mean, I found the whole book fucking totally depressing.
Well, even the end?
The end was hopeful, but the whole book was depressing,
Well, I agree.
and because
I agree.
and because
that whole period was pretty
In my
depressing.
mind, it was like,
Do you guys suffer from depression?
no, the whole book was fucking depressing.
Yeah, it was kind of depressing. I like
Kind of.
the beginning was pretty good. It got interesting, and then all of a sudden, like, wow, what the fuck?
Well, it got depressing when they started fucking them up.
Right.
Yeah, so
And then you read about the different fucking species.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you're just
how
like,
the
this
coup
is
just
and
They
but-
literally got ass raped through
just
the
to
whole
give people a
galaxy.
little context on
of course
this
you were
too.
gonna go there.
But they did.
Just to give
They-
people a little
they got
context here
raped.
too. The time works different in this world. This is a span of millions of years.
And when I said
Millions upon millions of years. By the
Billions.
time you reach the end of the book, it's 560 million years since a human set foot on Earth, and it's
Yeah.
a billion years since they first traveled to
I said
Mars.
it, billionaires.
You said billions.
Oh, okay.
Huge difference.
that, but like I was saying, so I'm reading this and it's like, fuck, man. It's like I saw the comparison to the Nazis and whatnot, all that shit,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
and I was like, man,
Which
if this guy had just like want to throw some fun out there,
I already know what fucking song I'm gonna use too when I do this. Only because we gotta jump. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We gotta jump because Gabe brought up his favorite, and the
Oh,
next
yeah, we
pivotal
might-
part of the story is the one after they become the Gravita. Is what they become after that.
Alright, so you tell it because
The
he's not
wall.
gonna do it. What?
No,
Oh, damn it.
I thought. Never mind. So you
Pink
tell it
Floyd
because
The
he's.
Wall.
Oh my god.
I mean he's not far off with the song I was thinking, but not the right album. Anyway, the Machine.
Right, the machines. So they came from the Gravitals, as we described before. You know, these machines are they completely believe they're the inheritors of everything humans had made. They believe they're the one true species, and it's kind of sounded familiar, right? Based on the ideology, you can kind of get where I'm going with this.
They don't view any other species
They
as
don't-
even deserving life.
They don't even think they should be alive. They're abominations.
And we have to. All right. So there's one other species that were as evolved as them at this point.
Yes,
Was the
and
guys that hit out?
The fart gassers.
Well,
Don't
they
call them
never-
fuck asses. No,
Oh,
those
excuse
were
me.
those were the
They were the spacers.
spacers, which
Spacers.
eventually
And you said
evolved
it
into
wrong,
the-
dude.
And they while the
You said
The-
it wrong, sir. It's
Yeah,
not the
sorry.
fuck assers. Ass fuckers.
What? Wow.
Well,
There should be no talking about ass fucking here.
so the ruin hunters
It should be-
the ruin hunters evolved to Gravital, and the spacers evolved to astromorphs.
And
And
And they were
astromorphs.
and they were
Astro-
about equal in the evolution.
Astromorphs.
Okay, let's take it down a notch, Gabe. I know
They
you're
they were about equal into their evolution, intelligence wise.
Mhm.
And basically that was the one species the Graviton or the machines didn't really want to fuck with, because by the time that the Graviton became the Machine Empire, the Astromorphs became godlike forms.
Keep in mind, the astromorphs are the ones that travel by using their butthole.
Yes,
Just so you know.
that's why we're
So-
making a lot of
That's
butt
how
jokes.
Gabe travels
Yeah.
too. He uses his butthole.
So
I don't
basically,
use my butthole. Leave me
these
alone.
aliens. It's funny.
When
These
he walks
aliens-
uphill, he just farts a lot.
No, when I
It's
said
like a motor.
when I said
Pushes
wait,
him up there.
wait, hold on. When I say he uses
What,
his,
really?
wait,
I said, "Do I really?"
wait. When I said that, I meant ass,
Farter.
grass, or ass. You can ride it for free.
But yeah, basically, this race of alien species, they lived in ruins of they lived in hollowed out comets, and they traveled through these comets. They hid very well because there's no real technology in the comets, but they hid by traveling to these hollowed out comets and hollowed out asteroids by propelling themselves with their new organs, which were in their anus. Now, goofy as it looks and sounds, this was the only race to be able to compete with the Gravitals now turned into machines.
And with the gravity, the way it worked over there, like their bodies morphed into a certain way too, where like their arms got really long and their legs kind of stayed the same length.
Very aerodynamic.
And their brains were able to just fucking expand to super genius levels.
Yeah, because they have all the mass literally went to their brain.
Right.
Right. So like it's like we need gravity so we can stand upright. That way our brains have more space to grow.
So it's like that movie Lucy. Like they actually, without the dying part, they actually were able to just become like 100% brain use. So
Yeah, like you look at these guys. They look like little gray aliens. Just very very skinny limbs.
super long arms.
Super long arms, super long legs. Well, no, they actually
No,
had
the
very
legs were
short
actually
legs.
kinda
Yeah,
short.
they were
Yeah,
kind of short, but they had really really skinny long arms. Like not much of a torso, right? And it was all just brain power. So basically, what did they turn into?
They turn into, well, all right. It's still the astral. It's still the astral. It's still the astromorph, but they turn into eventually. I mean, are we going to skip like the whole war thing?
I think. I mean, we're running low on time. I think we should just skip the whole war, even though that's probably one of the highlights.
We'll just say what the machine did that was.
Well,
evil,
we could
though.
talk about it later tomorrow, next episode.
You think
Well,
so?
I could do it. I could
bit.
do it. I could
Yeah.
jump. I could jump. The machines basically decide.
If we decide, we could just monetize the fucking episode and like into the book.
That's right.
Well, the machines
I
decide
kinda
they're gonna
agree.
fucking.
Like,
They're gonna just destroy all the other living beings.
Yeah, we're just gonna go on a genocidal crusade just because
They-
we deserve to be alive.
They
not
did.
them.
They created like this billion-mile blanket to cover suns with, so they covered the sun for these planets, and then fucking just waited out until their civilizations died, and it took about 10,000 years apiece.
They just waited it out. That's all they had to do.
Now, the one civilization they chose to let live were the bug facers. They started out as the insecta. I don't want to say this word. Insecta. I'm gonna pronounce it like Faji. I'm using A as A and G as the hard G because the other way it's not gonna sound right.
The word is a bit it's a little
like
crazy.
not do-re-mi, but like.
But they turn into the bug facers. The machines decide to let them live, and they become basically the only species that survived the machines' onslaught.
Yeah,
Every other species is dead after this.
which is really really sad because like I did like those fucked up as they were.
outside of the astromorphs.
Yeah,
outside of the astromorphs.
I mean, fucked up as they were, they still had some charm to them. Like all
Right.
the illustrations had a little bit of charm, and it was nice seeing them evolve from their primitive states to their now
Well,
advanced
I
states.
still like the.
But the bug faces go from subjects to rescued subjects.
I mean,
But they survive.
yeah, like the whole book's fucking depressing. And
Depressing
scary.
as shit.
It's depressing as shit. Yeah, like
But
you
it-
hope for these
But
races.
to everybody that's listening
So-
to us,
These astromorphs. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I said that's the whole book's depressing. And imagine like if you think fucking dead's fucking scary, imagine being alive but not having the body that you have right now.
Imagine actually
And
going
having
through
your
that.
intelligence stripped from you.
Yeah.
That's scary, dude. And systematically too, not just you. Everybody around you gets that
Everybody.
thing stripped. It's awful.
So the astromorphs turn into. All right. They're the ones that the machine don't want to fuck with because by the time that the machine is doing what they're doing, they turn into godlike forms with their intelligence.
SS Blue.
And the machines are like, that's the one race we don't want to fuck with. But there's other breeds of machines. They feel like the machines are being fucking dicks what they're doing.
Right, they separate off.
They separate off and they have their own civil war, and if that fucks the machines up, and that pretty much ends what they're doing. But they already killed almost
Yeah,
90% of the
you
species.
you killed 90% of the species and almost yourself in the process.
And
How do you
almost
feel?
yourself in the process. But they got so used to this war mind, like they were like getting agitated, and they were like, "All right, so now we're gonna fuck with the people that we decided we shouldn't fuck with before, the astromorphs." And
Bad
that
move.
turns into a huge war.
Bad fucking move, first of all.
It was the dumbest
It was a
move of
bad.
all
It was a
time.
bad fucking move.
Now the astromorphs at this, like I said, they're godlike forms with their intelligence. So imagine their weaponry in preparation for their impending
Well, if they're-
invasion.
Yeah. As a matter of
I'm
fact,
thinking if they're godlike, they don't need no
And
weapons.
well, they're not actual gods, but they're godlike in their intelligence.
yeah. all
Anyway,
knowing.
they're like so that war goes on for like a fucking millennia or more,
Well, exactly. You can't
and
call
it
them
ends
godlike.
and it ends in nuclear type fashion death where
I think
most
you-
of them kill each other, but at the end of the astromorphs win. They fucking win big.
For the better, honestly.
And they chose not to extinct the machines. They were like, we're going to keep some of you around. because there is some use for you.
So now
Yeah, but what did have they?
So
they,
now
they
you're talking
turned the
World War II.
machines-
They turned the machines into like technology. They switched their bodies to like nanotech.
Exactly. Now you're talking World War II.
Oh,
No, I didn't know
No, the
that.
machines were like the bad guys of World War II. The Astromorphs were quote unquote good guys of World War II that used the bad guys of World War II for their own missions.
Yeah, they basically turned the machines into exactly what they were. I think that's the perfect karmic justice right there. You
I
want to be
mean,
a
yeah,
machine?
the survivor, the very little survivor.
The
mean,
very
the-
little survivors. Yes.
Definitely, the writer had a bunch of things going in his head, like fucking World War II and
World War II
Yeah.
was definitely on his mind.
Yeah,
So I think not just World War II, but just I think he was taking like human history of using
Yes,
violence and
definitely, yeah.
conquering
against
colonialism.
each other.
Bolivia?
Yeah.
Does that exist though?
What?
Bolivia.
Bolivia definitely still exists.
Still-
Yes. So end of story. Astromorphs saved the day, but they basically the planets that were totally wiped out. They created new life on those. And they created this lower form of themselves to be. Cause they're staying up in space. They're just fucking flying around in space. I don't know. They were the flyers and they just stayed up there.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And they fucking
You know how
created
sick
terrestrial
that is?
forms of themselves that had less brain, more physical power, and they're basically demigods.
Yeah, they went from gods to demigods.
And it's like you take care of these planets, you watch out for these. Some of them went corrupt.
So now we're talking about fucking accurate mythology.
Honestly, it goes straight kind of to that. Kind of to that.
Kinda does.
But you know what? I
Yeah.
do like how they decide, okay, we're going to be the defenders of every other species.
Every other planet and make sure some shit like this doesn't happen again.
And, even the best part, they started, like, building up an
Dude,
arsenal
what if in his mind?
just in case the coup comes back.
What if in this writer's mind? Because I forgot his name.
But that's basically the end. Oh, and
Yeah,
they rediscover Earth.
No,
after,
wait.
After
Oh no!
yeah,
I'm glad.
billions of
I'm glad
years.
you mentioned that. So what if in his brain, this was like the actual beginning to human life,
Well,
as we know right now?
right? Which I kind of theorized in that myself. Like, is he leading it to that?
I don't think so, because, like, well, in the context of the book, it's being written by an author
Oh,
that's
backwards,
But,
forwards,
but he
instead of
refers a lot
forwards,
to it.
backwards.
Now, if you're modern day man, you couldn't possibly understand it.
Exactly. Like
he
the
refers
author-
to that a lot.
like the book is stylized in a way where it's one of the
Or
members of the
present day man,
species writing a book about human history, and they do a lot of references to our culture. Like, for example, they use Dali and
Yeah.
as an example.
Oh no, we
Like
get that. But it was
Starman.
like saying, so what if we just kind of like revert her into like,
Oh, they just took circle back.
circle
Yeah.
back,
Circle back to the beginning.
Circle
to the
back.
beginning. Yes.
I mean, honestly, that thought crossed my mind. That thought did cross my mind.
That is kind of interesting. I didn't thought about it that way.
Yeah, like Starman.
I just kind of assumed that was
Because-
basically
By the time he said, like, when they sent out a single ship to Earth, and they said this is the first time in 560 million years a human foot is set on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Their home,
the original home.
the original home.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the end of the book, I do like how, like, at this point, the galaxy is at peace again. New species have eventually returned. As a matter of fact,
Because they created new species
because
on
they
those
created new
empty
species.
planets.
Yeah. So this one author, who's actually writing the book in the context of the story, is like this amalgamation of machine and flesh, right? That is writing the book, and you see them. If you see with their little robot arm holding the book and like waving with a little hat on, it's really adorable. But yeah, that's basically how it ends. I think the book itself is just
So
supposed to.
instead of
And if you're
forward,
looking into
backward,
music, Fear Factory.
But I think that's
forward, backwards, forward, basically.
I think you missed the whole point, Gabe.
But
no,
essen-
I'm. I
Yeah.
didn't-
Yes, you did.
Well, I know what he's trying to say. He's saying they moved so far forward until you're back right at the beginning.
Yeah, you just take.
Well,
the
that,
story.
that was
right.
my take on it, and
Right.
I think he were kind of
That's what I was trying.
he kind of get that on it too. Like, so like, in his mind and the writer's mind, it was like humans made it that far, only to basically start all over again.
Yeah, really.
Which-
go way beyond evolve.
Which
E-
is in the same
evolution?
theory of the Einstein and also the dark horse
Galileo?
theory.
Galileo.
Not Galileo.
But Einstein had a great quote said World
Who's the
War
guy
III
with
will be
gravity?
fought with nukes. World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones.
Yes.
That's
What
true.
Exactly.
Fuck.
But I wanted it. You don't get it.
No.
Okay, in World War III, it's gonna be fought with nukes, right? He's saying that those
Extinction
nukes
of modern man.
would lead to the extinction of humankind as we know it.
So
And then it would
World
start
War IV
over
would be
again.
Sticking stones.
Right, we're starting.
You're
over
right back
again.
in the beginning.
So,
Never mind.
That's the
Yeah.
book.
Never mind.
That's the book.
I'm making fun. I'm
That's
sorry.
literally the book, actually.
Right.
yeah.
So I like the book. I read it a couple
it's
years ago.
It's a very interesting book. It's a good, solid
It's a good
choice.
read.
Yeah, it's a good.
You guys could read it in a day.
Really?
If
Yeah,
you have
really.
the time. Maybe you have the time.
It's super quick, dude.
Yeah,
I read
if
it.
you
In,
have all the time.
I read it in one afternoon. It's super quick, but
It
it's
is
still a
not
good
super
read.
quick when you're mad busy.
What are you talking about?
If you have the time.
Well, if I took my entire day off to read it, I would get it done. Well, not the entire day off, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can get it done in one sit down.
I could get it done in one sit down.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you could split it into two.
I split it, honestly, into two, because yesterday I didn't do shit. But Sunday I read like the first 50 pages, and then honestly today I read the last
Well,
72.
to be honest,
Yeah.
like
I mean, and it'll keep you hooked. You're gonna want to read about these species because they're so
And
fascinating.
the illustrations are
Really good.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, the finger one is fucking awesome with the middle
oh my
finger.
god, that's the third time, dude.
Let him like the finger.
That's the
one.
fucking
Yeah, he
third
likes
time.
the finger one.
He likes getting fingered.
I
That's
don't.
why it's his
I
favorite,
don't
dude.
like getting fingered. I just like fingering.
That's why you were up the fucking.
Yeah, you were eyeing that finger, weren't
Yeah.
you? You're like,
You're
I like
like,
that.
I bet he could dig.
You were
real deep.
you probably thinking of.
Actually, more morbid. I was thinking maybe
You
if
were
I
probably
cut that
thinking of
off and scratch that shit on my back because I have a fucking terrible itch.
You probably were thinking of the gray aliens with them long fingers and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Mr. Gray.
Licking his lips, reading the book.
I've done it.
But yeah, honestly, it's a fascinating book.
Dreamcatcher.
And I read it a couple years back, and ever since then, I like to go back to it.
It's a pretty fucking good book, and well, that's not the only thing he shared with me. Like he shared this movie, this short film, not movie, short film.
Ooh, I don't think we should talk about that one. Not right now.
Not discuss it, but like, what's the name of the movie?
This was one of Ari Aster's first films that he made. Something about the Johnsons.
Something about the Johnsons.
It's short film. You
Oh,
can find it
that's a
online
good
for free.
movie.
I'm
You saw
surprised
it?
you watched it.
No, he
Something
didn't.
about the Johnsons. Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes. It's very confusing, but actually very good.
What do you mean?
It shouldn't be that confusing.
No,
it's pretty.
no. Because
It-
it's
You never
alien
watched it.
form.
Yeah, I don't think you watched it.
Yes, I did.
What's it about?
I'm retarded, so I can't release.
Never mind.
Never mind
So,
that.
Josh,
Yeah, if you get
But
a chance
it's very
to,
good. Meet the Johnsons is very good.
it's
Just
not.
watch it.
It's not Meet the Fuckers, bro.
I said Meet the Johnsons.
I mean, you should watch Meet the Fockers anyway. I love that movie.
yeah,
But
and the fuckers,
But,
and the fuckers, and whoever's fuckers.
Okay,
And
so
the
he didn't watch the
fuckers.
movie. He didn't watch the movie.
okay. But,
Anyway,
yeah, something about the Johnsons, Ari Aster's his beginning film. It's not for the faint of heart, and it's a departure for a lot of the stuff he does, but it's still horrifying, but not in the way you typically expect it to be.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're better off going in blind.
where's it available?
You can watch it on, I believe, AFI. I think
And
it's
Amazon.
the Something Film Institute. But if you Google it, you'll be able to find it in like the first couple of Google searches.
Yes.
It's a short watch. It's only about 36 minutes long. But oh boy, it's
yes.
it's got a lot in there.
Like, what the
So
fuck?
if you'd like,
But anyway,
Even-
I mentioned that because next week we're gonna think about a cult with the Santa Muerte, and then after that we're gonna get into
Santa Muerte.
we're gonna get into the Halloween spirit. Probably talk about
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
our favorite horror movies, and we're gonna do before
31
but-
Nights of Horror.
by the time October 1st is, we're gonna have our
Yes,
picks. Fear Asylum's
Jason Voorhees.
Top 31.
Fear Asylum's top 31 movies for October.
Hell yeah.
mm-hmm.
There's
So-
always going to be a disagreeable with that one. Because mine is Jason
Well,
Voorhees.
no, we're
No, it's gonna be our own list.
there's gonna be an official list.
We're gonna
and then
vote
we're
it
gonna make
on.
an official list.
Like, yes, we're gonna post.
We'll show everybody's separate list, and then we'll give you the.
But for Fear Asylum, we're gonna be like everyone.
there's gonna be Fear Asylum's official top 31.
Except everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
So look forward to that. We're gonna
And
have
it's,
fun
it's
doing
gonna
it.
change every year, but for this year, that's what we're gonna put on.
Ooh.
Just because
Now you're
Halloween's coming,
challenging me because I'm about to put the same number one.
Yeah, I
every
mean we
fucking
can't
year.
we can't put.
Wally's is always going to be Halloween.
Well, that's mine.
That's not mine. Mine is
Oh.
Jason Voorhees.
You mean Friday the 13th Part 2?
I'm pretty sure that wasn't his number one on the list that he gave you. But anyway.
Now, the
That-
important thing,
he's
Gabe, is
kinda-
that you got to write this down. You understand that, right?
He did. He wrote
did.
it down. He literally
But
showed
not-
Tony last week.
But now he changed the
Now he's changing his number one.
Yeah.
Okay, just...
What is my number one?
I don't know. I
we should be
forgot.
asking you, dude.
It's
What
in
is your number
phone,
one?
dude? I forgot.
I'm
So, if anybody's looking to be a co-host of
podcast.
Hazing you
podcast.
off.
Absolutely, we have it available.
let us know in the
for
comments. Email us.
Even if
DM
even if
us.
it's far, far away.
Yeah. We'll
We're
we'll
gonna
make it
use
work.
Zoom.
You're
make
gonna
it
have
work.
to call human resources on this, Wally. I know where you fucking live, bro.
Well, human resources. If we had human resources, you would have been kicked out the first day.
I am
Yes.
human resources.
Hi guys.
Fuck you, Wally.
So it was an awesome book, awesome read. You has we're gonna drop the original illustrations for our favorite parts, and then I'm gonna try to
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna try to redo them through AI. So I think that's a cool idea.
Actually, Halloween is my first one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
And Fright Night's my second one. And
Thank
Demon
you,
Night-
guys.
All right, sir. Next episode.
thank you guys, and next Sunday, not next Sunday, next week we're gonna kick off to start of the creepy stuff with the Santa Muerte. And then then movies and something more fun, I guess.
Yeah. Some more movies.
We're
Yeah.
gonna be doing spooky season.
Yeah, spooky season.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun, lots of
Yeah.
horror stuff, lots of horror movie stuff.
And some more stuff. Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
So thank you guys for everyone that's listening, and just engage, leave a comment, and
Like, subscribe,
all that
Comment,
good stuff.
follow.
watch,
Yeah.
Thumb
listen. Anything, interact with us. We don't care.
Yeah, and interaction is good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So thank you, and have a good day or good night.
All right. Have a
Good
good night,
night.
guys.